Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we start our 9 holes at Mt Broughton today, just give you a little update on where we're at. We've recently played in a couple of competitions and brought the handicap down to 14. One of the rounds in the competitions was a 9 over 79, so that's my best round I've ever shot. Still a long way to go, but I'm happy with the progress. Okay, so we open up with the short dogleg right par 4. Take the hybrid off the tee as last time I took a driver and drove it through the fairway. I hit a good tee shot and it leaves us with 110 metres uphill to the pin. I end up sending this one a little bit left. I'm not sure if it was course it was on an uphill lie or it was something to do with my swing. But either way, we're off the green on the left hand side. And I almost slam dunked this one in the hole. Recently, I've been experimenting with the claw grip while putting, and it seems to be coming off okay, so I'm going to persist with that for a while. Not a bad first up putt with good speed, just didn't read the break. Tap in for bogey. We move on to the very picturesque par 3 second hole, measuring in 145 metres. Being quite downhill, I take an 8 iron and catch it a little bit thin, but I get a really good result and it leaves myself a decent birdie opportunity. Let's see if we can make this one and get it back to even. Just didn't hit it. Hit it on a good line, but didn't give it enough. We'll tap in for par and move on. I take a hybrid on the 416 metre par 5. I haven't been hitting the driver very well of recent, so I took it out of the bag and thought I wouldn't use it for these 9 holes. So I have a hybrid and I do push it a little bit right, but it's okay, it's safe. The ball was sitting down in the rough here, so I thought I won't go for the green, I'll just try and lay it up. I didn't quite get all of this one, but we get it back into the fairway. With 100 metres left, I take a sand wedge and the pin hiding behind the tree, looking to go directly over it. I hit a nice shot and we're on the dance floor.
We're on.
We leave ourselves with about 20 feet with a little bit of right to left in it. I hit a good putt and it just misses by a few inches. We'll take another par. Fourth is the second par 3 of the day, measuring in at 150 metres, and we try and hit a hard 8 iron. And generally, when I try and hit my clubs hard, they will hook to the left, and today was no different. We have 32 metres to go here with the bunker in the way. I take a lob wedge. And I hit a nice shot.
Pretty happy with that one.
Have about 8 foot left here to save par. I think I pulled this one a little and it just misses. Again on the par 4 fifth, we take the hybrid. We make nice contact, but it does fade a little too far to the right to be in the right rough. Although we are in the rough, I actually got a pretty good lie and the ball was sitting up. I take a pitching wedge. and I don't take advantage of the good lie and thin it and send it over the back of the green. I didn't get as lucky this time with the lie. The ball was sitting down a little in the rough. I hit it okay chip, but it just kept running and running. Now I have 18 foot coming back up the hill with a little bit of right to left in it. And I think I just hit it through the break. We knock in the short one for bogey and move on. Onto our third par 3 in 6 holes. This one measuring in a little bit longer though at 175 metres. I take a 6 iron. I thin another one which has a little bit of slice on it and it heads for the bunker. I'm pretty confident getting out of bunkers, but distance control is something I have no idea about. It's probably something I need to spend a little bit more time on. As this shows, I'm out of the bunker, but terrible distance control. From just off the green, with 60 feet to go, I'm just trying to lag this one somewhere close. A little offline, but I'm pretty happy with that lag putt. And the 6-footer just slides by and I knock it in for double bogey. After my tee shot and bunker shot, that's probably what I deserve, to be fair. With the 7th being a long par 5 and a generous fairway off the tee shot, I probably should have taken driver here, but I was trying to keep up with the experiment of just taking hybrid off the tee. With no chance of making the green, I pull out my 3-wood and just try and knock it down there. I don't play the 3-wood too often as I'm not very confident with it. And that's why I don't play the 3-wood very often. Luckily though, the rough was pretty thick and it stopped it before the OB. I end up with a bad lie, so I take the pitching wedge instead of the sand wedge which I'd normally take at this distance. Try and take a little off the pitching wedge and end up taking too much off and land short. I leave myself with about 38 foot to the pin. I hit a nice putt and just leaves me a short tap in for par. Although I still don't think I'm putting amazing, I definitely think I'm more confident with the claw grip, and that seems to be helping. The 8th is a long par 4 where I'm really going to notice not hitting a driver off the tee. I hooked this one a little, but we're just in the left rough. I leave myself with 201 metres to go still, so I take a hybrid again. I make good contacts, but I do spray it a little bit right. I find myself just short of the green and to the right in the rough. I hit a nice lob wedge, which gives me the opportunity to save par. Have about 8 foot for the par. And I just miss to take a bogey. Now onto the last hole of the front 9. Again, I'm going with hybrid, which seems to have worked out today as I haven't lost any balls OB or in hazards. And again, I hit another decent shot, but I'm just off the fairway in the right rough. Knowing I can't make it to the green, I'm just trying to knock it down the right side of the fairway here. and I made really good contact, but I just couldn't remember what was down there.
Pretty much where I was aiming, but it might be in trouble.
End up finding my ball just short of the water here, but as you can see, it was in a real tough lie with a big rock sitting just in front of it. But anyways, I thought I'd have a crack and just try and promote the ball forward, which I do, and I can't really complain about that one from the lie it was in. The pin here is sitting just behind those little mounds. I have 78 meters to go, so I try and take a lob wedge and just go over the mounds. I hit a good shot and find myself on the green.
Just left to the pin.
This is a pretty straight putt, about 12 foot to save par. Just don't give this one enough and tap in for bogey. So we ended up having an okay round. Wasn't the best, but wasn't the worst. I learned that I can take the hybrid if I feel like there's a bit of trouble or OB on the right or left or hazards. I might just be more safe taking the hybrid. So that's something to take from today. And for those that made it this far, thanks for watching.